Hello, I'm John Darnielle from Mountain Goats, and this is Spin. Oh yeah, I mean, it's like these are people I see at shows, right? And so it was very natural and it felt like the old days, you know, when the way I got on Shrimper was not that I was like, I'm making music, and so I must find somebody to release my music. It was I was going to shows. Dennis Galacci said, "Hey, do you want to make tape?" "Oh yes, why don't we?" You know, the cassette that we did. There's 1,000 of them for the that come with the first 1,000 copies of All Eternal Stack. It's called All Survivors Pack. They're the surviving demos from the album. I thought about doing this for ages because I really miss tapes. The great thing about tapes was like Peter Hughes used to run a tape label called Sonic Enemy, and I was writing a lot of songs in like I think 93, 94, and I was like, "Hey Peter, I'm writing a whole bunch of songs. When I finish this group, shall we just put out a tape of what I did this week?" And he was like, "Yeah, let's do that." And that was Transmissions to Horus. Tapes had a sense of immediacy. When you make one now, given how much technology has changed, that aspect of it isn't really there. You can pretend it's there, or you can sort of Brian Eno it and force yourself to actually be recording to tape and stuff, but then it's different. Then you're imposing formal restrictions from without. Whereas tapes used to be about the fact that everybody has a tape deck, most of the tape decks have a mic in them, right? And you can just go ahead and go, right? Well, now everybody has a laptop, and everybody's laptop has GarageBand, and so you can just do that. So all these demos were recorded in GarageBand and then digitized and then transferred to cassette tape. So it's kind of, you know, I don't know, postmodern or something like that to put things on tape that hadn't been on tape before. One, there's the string arrangement on Age of Kings. I am knocked flat by Yuval Semu's string arrangement for that. It is shockingly good. And it's just like, you know, stand there when he brings in the sheet music and the musicians to play it, so they're going, I'm not worthy. You know, it's like this is so, it really ennobles the song and brings this breadth and depth to it that just knocks me flat. But as far as my own personal accomplishment, the vocal take on Liza Forever Minnelli is something I'm really proud of. It's like I think it's not like it's not like I'm singing guttural death metal or doing some hugely different vocal style, but it's got a little more jazz to it, and jazz vocalists are like people I look up to who really can approach singing a sentence with a real poetry, you know, and it's their, people like Billie Holiday, Ella Fitzgerald, and so the vocalists that inspire me are, you know, a lot of jazz and some folky types like Phil Ochs, you know, and but yeah, jazz people like Judy Garland, and who I probably wouldn't be classified as jazz by a lot of people, but I feel that it's closer to jazz than anything else. And Liza, who for sure does jazz and cabaret, Mel Torme, and Dave Frischberg. You know Dave Frischberg? Oh man, not a great singer, incredible songwriter, with a powerful gift for a phrase, just really something else. Oh my God, the question is, have I encountered any artists that I wouldn't have run into? Rosanne Cash retweeted me yesterday. Rosanne Cash is a goddess walking the earth. I mean, she's like a songwriter's songwriter. She is the real deal. And I was flattened. I just didn't know what that was. It's completely starstruck. I mean, we're going to tour, you know, so that's a whole, from our side of the fence, that means, you know, our lives are about to be violently disrupted, you know, and but we look forward to it. You know, we've been sitting on these songs for a while now, you know, and really excited to play them. Prograde Kane, that's the first time anybody's heard that song outside of, well, people have heard it who listen to the promo, but playing live, we've never played it for anybody except for the people who recorded it, you know, so that was cool, right? And it's really fun to do. I can't wait to sing Liza Forever Minnelli live. I can't wait to see how Age of Kings works out live. You know, so excited about that. That's really all I'm ever looking at. Is like, I'm sure there's other stuff in the pipe. It's like, but I only know what's ahead of me. Is that it's kind of torturous that I need to sort of not be writing right now, but focusing on practicing and getting ready to tour. But for me, it's natural to be writing. You know? So, but yeah, what's ahead of us is playing shows all over the place.